Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Neuropocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
All right, guys, we are back. Plenty to talk about. We're back in our normal studio, so I will not be sounding like garbage and moving different rooms and all other horse shit. So it's good to be back. All right, right into it. You, by the way, if you are a regular listener to the show, which you should be, look, you got an episode early this week. That was our last sort of I'm traveling kind of episode. So you're getting a second episode this week. Because reasons. All right. Checked out this week. Micah, you watched Thursday Murder Club.
Yeah, I watched the Thursday Murder Club. It's a movie on Netflix based off of a book of the same name by Richard Osman. It's got a great cast.
Okay.
Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan, Ben Kingsley, Naomi Ackie, David Tennant, Jonathan Pryce, Richard E. Grant. It's a really, really good cast. It's directed by Chris Columbus.
Oh.
You know, Chris Columbus. You like Chris Columbus? He did a bunch of stuff. What did he do? Adventures in Babysitting and Home Alone 2. Mrs. Doubtfire, right? Did a couple of Harry Potter movies, right? So this is,
right? Because he's a really good track record, right? These was a great show, was it?
It's a movie, and it looks really nice, right? Like it looks good, right? And Helen Mirren is like giving her all for this, right? And like, well, all of these actors are, but this is a Helen Mirren like movie, right? And it's always nice to see Helen Mirren. So that's the Thursday Murder Club, and
this is the off of Only Murders in the Building. Is that?
Yeah, it kind of is where it's a group of retirees who are investigating who they have a club where they investigate cold cases, and their retirement community, which is a castle, is about to be destroyed by someone who's trying to take the land. And then some people die related to that, and they investigate. And Naomi Ackie plays a local police officer that kind of helps them out on the inside. And look, it's a mystery, and the material is not strong, right? Like it doesn't have the charm of Only Murders in the Building. It's not as clever as the Knives Out films. It's the perfect folding laundry movie, and I wouldn't even recommend it for that. It's fine. It's Brad likes to use the word cromulent. It's cromulent. It's fine. It is a movie, and it is doing what it's supposed to do, but it's not. It's not great. Nothing to write home about. And I was a little disappointed given the pedigree of everyone involved in this. I was expecting some. It's nice to see old people like showing that, like, we're old. We can still move. We can still do it, right? Pierce Brosnan still got the charm, man. He still got that James Bond thing, man. Like, he's still got that Remington Steele thing.
I mean, I know he was playing a very different character in Black Adam, but he was the best part of that movie. Like, he was.
Yeah, man.
Looked fucking
He was.
good. Yeah, and he's a real actor. So, I'm not surprised by that. Look, if you didn't care for this, and it doesn't sound like you did.
No, not really.
But you're into aging actors who still got it. I talked about this a while ago. You should check out A Man on the Inside. Have you seen that on Netflix?
No.
That's with Ted Danson. I believe it's done by the same people who did The Good Place. It's very, very good. It's about this guy who used to be a professor. He's obviously retired now. And his daughter is like, look, mom died. His wife was like the love of his life type of shit. And he's hit this age where he's like this old guy who like clips out stories that he thinks are interesting and clips them out of the newspaper and mails them to his daughter. It's like like he's such an old man, but he's very smart and very capable guy. He lives alone in this great house. And so she's like, look, you need to go do something with your life. Like, you got to do something besides sit around the house now that mom is dead. And so he ends up sort of falling face first into becoming working for like a private investigator who is trying to figure out somebody is like stealing old people's things, like expensive jewelry and shit, in this retirement home. This young woman gets hired to figure this out, but she can't be on the inside because like, how the hell are you going to figure it out? It's in a retirement home, right? And so she ends up putting out an ad to get some old guy to pretend to be a new person at this retirement home and start to like look around and investigate what's going on. He's like, I'm just going to answer the ad because he thought like, oh, this will just be kind of fun. And he like super gets into it. And so he's become this amateur like private investigator inside this retirement community. So like Ted Danson also has that same charm that he's always had since Cheers, and he's great and he's really funny and the script is really tight and really hilarious. But also all the other old people who are old actors that you would recognize, like maybe not by name, they're all people who live there. And so he like some of them are like some of the women are interested in him, and he's Ted Danson, so he's still a handsome guy even as he's older. And so like one woman is like interested in him, and this other guy who lives there who like thinks that he's her boyfriend is like he's got this rivalry with Ted Danson, and Ted Danson's like, I don't really give a shit. Like, this is weird. I'm not into your girl here. But it's very, very good. So A Man on the Inside, I think it's like, it's only got one season. It's going to be coming back, but it's only 8 episodes and they're like 30 minutes or something like that. It's really funny. So if this was not your bag, this ripoff Thursday Murder Club, check out A Man on the Inside. That was good.
All right.
I am very interested about the next movie you're going to talk about.
Yeah, so I saw The Roses with my wife, and
have you ever seen the original?
I have not seen the original. I hear the original is like one of the most brutal things you could watch, and not brutal in like horror, but like these people
vocally very brutal.
Yeah, like these people are going after each other. This movie is not that extreme. Okay, so like it's very much, this could be like the PG version of what I presume that is, right? But it stars Benedict Cumberbatch, Olivia Colman, Andy Samberg, Kate McKinnon, and Ncuti Gatwa, the Black Doctor Who. And it's fun. It's fun, especially if you're married, especially if you have been married for a while. I see if you've been married for a while and have a good marriage, right? Because
you don't need this as like
yeah, my wife was talking with one of her friends recently, and she was like, "Oh, you should see The Roses," and she was describing it, and her friend said, "Yeah, I don't think that's probably a good idea."
And in the car on the way home, like, fuck that.
Right. But it's a movie where Benedict Cumberbatch plays Theo Love, an architect, and the husband of Ivy Rose, a chef. And he's a really like fancy architect. He's really like good at his job, and he's very ambitious and career oriented. And Olivia Colman, his wife, she just likes cooking, right? Like cooking is her happy place. She enjoys it, but it's not making her like money or fame or anything like that. It's a job, whereas his architecture is a career, right? Later on in the movie, the roles get reversed, right? Things get flipped. And Olivia Colman is rising and Benedict Cumberbatch is falling. And, it chips away at their marriage, right? Like they have this very like likable British, like sarcasm,
Mhm.
but like it's loving. That like two people who you've known for a very long time, only they could say stuff like that to each other, right? And but that every day for years and years and years and years, it's chipping away. And what the movie does is it's a very slow burn to get to what you want to see out of this movie. Like what you want to see of like the back and forth and these two like really going at it is like the last half of the last act, right? But when you get there, it's super fun. It's like a roller coaster, man. Like you wait in line for a long time and you finally get on and you're going up and you're going up and then you go down and then like in 2 minutes it's over. But you had a real good time while you were there.
Right.
And yeah, man, like Kate McKinnon is in this movie. I like Andy Samberg. I like Andy Samberg. I like Kate McKinnon. I don't know if I like them in this movie. But look, man, I think you and your wife would have a great time with this movie. It's light. It's not, it's not like it's not like brutal. Like you're not gonna want to get a divorce after you see this movie, but you might see a little bit of. I saw a little bit of myself in theater, right? I saw a little bit. Like at one point,
You should
like,
watch The War of the Roses. I can't believe you've never seen that movie. By the way, I looked it up. It's on Disney Plus. Please watch.
Oh, it is. Oh,
yeah.
All right. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it then because I really want to see it.
It's a dark comedy, right? Like I don't know if you know, it's directed by Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito, yeah.
Yo, look, man, it's so fucking good. I've seen that movie, and I watched that movie. What year did this come out? The original, 1989. Yo, I watched this movie a lot as a kid, which is fucked up. And I probably saw this when I was like 10 or 11, and I've seen it like 6 times, dude. Dude, it's insane. Do you remember the ending of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie?
Yeah.
Imagine that ending with no guns. Like it's kind of like that, like at a culmination in the original.
Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, I really want to see it. I really want to see it.
Yo, I'm telling yo, Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner, because that's their third movie they've been together. They have chemistry for fucking days. Like they don't need a script. Like they got it. It's like, yo, just step aside, just say roll, and they're fucking ready. It's so good. I want to see Roses. I love the trailer for that. I thought it was good. I'm very interested to see how dark that gets in comparison to the original.
I guarantee you it won't get. I guarantee you. I haven't seen the movie, but given that one, it's directed by Danny DeVito, and two, it was the 80s, I guarantee you it is not as dark as that movie.
Okay. Right? I'm gonna ask Micah a question. So I'm gonna pause the show. We're gonna come right back. You won't know this is a pause, but I have to know this, and I don't want to wait till the end of the show to ask her. But pause it and come right back. Okay, we're back. I just wanted to know. Thank you. You answered my question. All right. Yeah, cool. And if you've seen War of the Roses, you already know what my question is. So, all right, cool. Roses. I'm looking forward to that because I think that's like a Hulu produced movie or something like that. So that probably will hit streaming probably relatively fast.
Probably. Jay Roach directed this movie. Remember Jay Roach?
No, I don't.
Jay Roach is the guy that did the Austin Powers movies and Meet the Parents.
All right. Well, he's had some fucking bangers then, because
yeah,
I mean, those movies were really popular, but the Meet the Parents trilogy or 2 movies or whatever were incredibly popular. I love those movies. They're funny.
Dinner for Schmucks, Bombshell. You remember Bombshell? The Fox News movie.
Oh, and Trumbo. Okay.
Yeah.
He's actually had some really good hits. All right. Yeah. All right. Roses. Good. I'm glad I asked you that question off air. That's what I wanted to know. I watched 28 Years Later. This is the third movie in the 28 trilogy, I guess, do you want to call it that? Which is not over. That franchise is not over. We're going to keep going. This one is, once again, like the original. This one's written by Alex Garland and directed by Danny Boyle. I liked it. I liked it just fine. I'd actually even say it's good, not great. I love the original. I thought the second one was fine. Some people like the second movie more. I don't know why. I don't get that. But yeah, this one sits probably a little above this, a little above 28 months later, maybe even at slightly the same level if I'm being really picky about it. But this story picks up obviously 28 years from the original, and you kind of meet this island of people who are they are like kind of closed off from the mainland, right, in London, and they like the water like rescends, and there's like a path or what have you to the mainland that they can go to, right? Like it rescends in the morning, and then at night the water rises, so you can't get out to the island, right? So it's a really good, safe place to be, because obviously zombies can't just they're not just walking in the water to get there, or they haven't figured it out, right? Maybe they will in the next one, who knows? But a father played by Aaron Taylor Johnson, he takes his son out to kill his first zombie, right? Like this is a traditional thing that they do. So he takes him onto the mainland, and his mom at the same time is going through some sort of like psychosis back at home. And they run into some zombies and they get into some like kind of sticky situation, but they do in fact make it back. And through circumstances I won't ruin here, the boy ends up taking, his name is Spike, ends up taking his mother to the mainland without his dad, right? It's good. I don't think the story is as tight as I would have liked it to be. I'm interested to see what they do with this next one, which we'll talk about the trailer, which is 28 years later, the Bone Temple, which introduces this doctor played by Ralph Fiennes. We'll see. It looks interesting. That one's directed by Nia DaCosta, but this one was good. I would say it was good. I think this trilogy is fluctuating or what have you, but overall it's a pretty fun trilogy to watch as zombies go, because that genre has been beaten to death. But yeah, it's all right. There's some pretty decent violence. There are things they refer to as alphas. These like big, huge zombies that take a little bit more to take down. You see a lot of this one alpha's dick. So if you're cool with that, like they're just like, he's a big guy in many ways. There you go. Like, you're welcome. Everybody. All right, we got it. We fucking got it. You get to see a zombie give birth. That was pretty fucked up.
What?
But the baby is a zombie. The baby's not a zombie, which is interesting, right? Like, she got bit when she was pregnant. But the baby itself is not a zombie. So it's very grounded in science and actual reality, so to speak. So they're addressing like, how did that happen and stuff like that. Like, the doctor is a complex character. You think that he's one way, but he's actually a completely different type of character. So yeah, if you like those 28 movies, maybe you'll like this. I can't say for sure, to be honest. A lot of people had a problem with the ending, which felt a bit jarring, but I feel like if you've seen Danny Boyle movies, it's not that weird. And they're also setting it up for this next movie, so that kind of makes sense. And look, it's an apocalypse that has been going on for nearly 30 years. Turns out there's going to be people who are not bitten who are fucking insane.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, like there's a scene in the beginning. It's not sort of relevant to the story. Well, it is slightly, but this is not much of a spoiler. Like, they show these zombies are attacking this one town, and this priest is there, and he has it in his mind of like, the zombies killing you is somehow like divine, right? Like, this is like a divine intervention by God or some shit. And he just like lets see, like, the zombies are breaking into his church, and he just stands there and he's like, yes, I want this. And the way they kill him is horrendous. Like it's just, you're just like, Jesus Christ. Okay. Like, are you enjoying this? Because I don't think that you are. Right. And So there's like the level of grossness and stuff like that from the original, but there's also like human beings twist and have wacky thoughts about shit like this. I mean, turn on the news. You know what I mean? Like people believe all sorts of crazy shit, like horoscopes. This shit doesn't make sense. So yeah, 28 years later, yeah, check it out if you like the original. All right, let's get into topics.
Call of Duty. It's a very popular video game franchise, and Activision and Paramount want it to be a very popular movie franchise. In a move that Paramount CEO David Ellison calls a dream come true. Call of Duty franchise is coming to the big screen.
This guy's the Paramount CEO? I just thought he was like the guy from like the Call of Duty games. Like he looks like a guy who would have written a Call of Duty game.
I think he inherited this from his dad.
Okay, that makes more sense. Thank you.
Yeah. Which is also like, and he's like 40, which makes his statement about bringing Call of Duty to theaters a dream come true.
Go ahead and keep commodifying art. I mean, is this art? I don't know.
Look, this has been commodified art for decades at this point. So I'm quite frankly shocked it's taken this long, given that Call of Duty is just army men doing army men things, and I think he has another quote: "As a lifelong Call of Duty fan, this is truly a dream come true." From the first Allied campaigns in the original Call of Duty through Modern Warfare and Black Ops, I've spent countless hours playing this franchise that I absolutely love.
There it is. Okay.
Being entrusted by Activision and the players worldwide to bring this extraordinary storytelling universe to the big screen is both an honor and a responsibility I do not take lightly. We are approaching this film with the same disciplined, uncompromising commitment to excellence that guided our work on Top Gun Maverick, ensuring it meets the expectationally high standards the franchise and fans deserve. I can promise that we are resolute in our mission to deliver a cinematic experience that honors the legacy of this one-in-a-million brand, thrilling longtime fans of Call of Duty while captivating a whole new generation.
Okay.
That's a lot for Call of Duty, man.
Oh yeah, you're saying a lot of shit. You know, this is not praise. There's this kind of heaping of praise. Like, Call of Duty.
Okay, so the way Call of Duty is generally structured, and Call of Duty, I'm very curious about this because Call of Duty, the games run from anywhere from World War II to science fiction future, right? Like,
right. Where you start?
Like, what are we doing, right? Like, I'm very curious to see where this takes place. Another thing about Call of Duty is he's right. The storytelling in Call of Duty is such that it is generally you are a soldier, right? And there's a cast of characters around you. Everything is revolving around you, but you are this like random person. And usually the stories are set up in that you play an American soldier and you are fighting a conflict for the good guys, basically. And you could play an SS or SAS soldier and you fight the same conflict in a different location, but for the same goals, right?
What's an SAS soldier? I don't know what that
means. British intelligence, right? British infantry. I think they're SAS. I don't know. I'm not a Brit.
They don't even have real money over there. Get out of there.
Yeah, they got old ladies on their money. Get out of here. Special Air Services is what the SAS is for British Army, and I'm very curious. Will we be jumping back and forth? Will we? And usually one of the characters ends up dying in like some wild way, right? Like one character in one of the Call of Duties, he did everything that he was supposed to do in that mission, but he ends up dying in a nuclear explosion, right? Okay. And another character ends up betraying your character, and you are shot and left for dead, right? Like, I'm very curious. They also have like one of the more infamous Call of Duty scenes is called No Russian, where I believe you play an undercover uh, agent that has infiltrated the Russian bad guys, and you are going into an airport to commit a mass shooting,
Okay.
right?
Heard of
But but the guy's like, remember, no Russian, as in don't kill any Russian people, right? And you as the player, right? You're a good guy, right? You have to choose whether or not you want to go in there and kill innocent people to keep your cover, or just kind of like walk around and just like bang bang, oop, missed them, right? Like it was a very controversial scene. I'm wondering what they're gonna do with stuff like this, right?
They're not.
Because there are very clearly like named bad guys in Call of Duty, right? Like named from named countries, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Russians are bad in this game. The Middle Eastern soldiers are bad in this game. We are in Vietnam in this game.
Right.
Like and you know, Top Gun Maverick famously it's the enemy. Yeah, because like you can't build a global brand by making a movie saying that you're about to kill a bunch of Russians.
Yeah, it doesn't work. I mean, that's not that big of a movie going audience. Like I feel like a lot of the world would be like, "No, that seems fine."
Well, you can't do it. You can't do it now. Like
no,
right now.
No. The president would be like, "This is treason." Like those are my friends. Fucking clown. I don't think they're going to do any of that. I think that this is going to be a general military movie about a couple of badasses. They're going to get some handsome fellas with beards, and they're going to go over there and like SEAL Team 6's shit. I think that's all it is. I wouldn't be surprised if the bad guys are a syndicate of international criminals that is a little bit of everybody, right? Against an American team of a little bit of everybody in sort of a G.I. Joe versus Cobra sort of situation. Okay, like I don't see them having the balls to do any sort of direct military, like U.S. versus XYZ countries, unless it's like North Korea, because who cares, right? Like fuck those guys, right? Everybody is like, yeah, we're on board with like kicking those guys down. But as I said, that maybe the president would still be like, I don't know, I like that guy. So.
The only way you can get away with it is if it's a period piece, right? Call of Duty is very much known for its World War II campaigns.
I don't need.
That's the thing. I don't want
a version of that. Yo, that's no.
I don't necessarily want another World War II, a made up World War II movie, right?
But not
like
this is going to be dumb. This is. What was that show? What the fuck was it? Was it Sparta? Right? That wasn't that a TV show, right? Like them fighting in the Coliseum or some shit, right? It was on like
Spartacus.
That's right. I'm sorry, Spartacus. Yeah. That was like Gladiator for like
for like the UFC crowd,
right? For the UFC crowd, right? Like they cut the guy's face and his brain fell out. Like that's not how anatomy works, but okay, like that was insane. I feel like that's what this is going to be. Like, oh, did you like 1917 or whatever that movie was? Like, yeah, we're gonna make a really dumb version of that. I don't think this is a good idea. I think maybe a Modern Warfare or like one of these like in space type of shit, like that would be kind of cool because you could just be like, that's tomorrow's problem. Like you could just make shit up. Don't go in the past. Just don't go in the past.
Yeah, like another very popular Call of Duty is Black Ops, and that's all, like Vietnam stuff, right? Like, well, it starts in Vietnam and then like travels into like the 80s. All very like sticky wicket type of situations for us at least. So I'm super curious as to what this is going to be. I hope it's more than just the dumb version of 1917, but I don't really. But I am inclined to believe your reasoning, and just given that the games are a lot of spectacle, man. Like it's a lot of spectacle.
That's what you're getting.
Those games.
That's what you get. And look, and I'm okay with that, by the way. Like I don't need this to be some major thing. Now here, I've been watching way too much, as you and I discussed. I've been watching way too much like movie, video essayist type of shit. So like I feel re-energized about my love for film recently.
Yeah.
Here's what I would do. I wouldn't make this a movie at all. These movies have expanded multiple wars and generations and decades and all that shit. Make this an anthology series, right? Call of Duty, the anthology series. Fucking season 1, all about World War I or wherever the fuck Call of Duty starts. I don't know. World War II maybe? I have no idea. That's that season. You have a cast of characters or whatever, or you could have the same actors like they do on American Horror Story, which would be kind of fun too, right? And just put them in this situation, right? They got to get the flag or whatever fucking bullshit they got to do throughout that season. We got to go get so-and-so got captured by the Nazis or whatever. And that's the season. And then season 2 is in Vietnam. Same actors or different actors, whatever. And it's a different thing. And you just move. You can cover all of this shit. If you're a big Modern Warfare fan, you know season 3 is going to be Modern Warfare. If you're a big original Call of Duty fan, you know season 1 is going to be what you want. Season 5 is going to be, what is it? Call of Duty Wildlands or whatever the fuck that was at one point. Like all of that shit. You could just make it anything, and then you're not pigeonholed with like only doing Vietnam or only doing World War II or only doing some made up space war shit. Just have fun. But like I would just do a series. Fuck it. Like it's guns and bros. This is not a heavy budget for Hollywood. It just isn't. And that way you can just have fun with making it one aspect of a war, and then you don't have, because if you make it a movie, then you're forced to like deal with larger global shit. If you make it one tiny story that's across a couple episodes in a season, yeah, that's done. What's that show that's on Amazon? They just brought out like a second series of it, like Dark Wolf or some shit. It's some military thing with like the Terminal List, I think. Like the Terminal List.
Yeah, the anti-woke series.
Right. I don't watch that dumb shit. That's what this is. Hey, bro, we got a secret mission. You're the only one to do it. Why? Because you're Dark Wolf or whatever. I don't know. I haven't watched the fucking show. That's what that show is. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You put Call of Duty. Look, you could take that show, change the name, and call it Call of Duty. It would immediately do record numbers just because the property is popular. There's nothing about it particularly special. It's just a military game. Dude, I do a series. Fuck all that. Also, that's an instant money glitch, right? Because you could just keep doing these. You don't have to follow the games. Nobody even gives a shit about the story in the games as it is.
No, that's the thing. Nobody gives right. That's the thing. Like they'll put out like, hey, do you want to install the campaign or do you want to just install the multiplayer? Yeah, I'm just going to install the multiplayer, bro. Like I just want like snappy arcadey shooting action. Like nobody gives a fuck about the stories in Call of Duty.
Yeah. So again, if they don't care, have fun with it. Like I would do American Horror Story. I would just pick the same actors and just like, this is your bro dog team. And then some of them are villains sometimes. Some of them are heroes. Just have fun with it. Fuck it.
Well, the thing with that is it might confuse like the Call of Duty audience.
Well, right. a lot of these people have head trauma. Is that it? Okay.
And they have made Call of Duty sequels to some of their brands, like Black Ops is about to have 7 games in that storyline.
Okay.
Alone. So I see why they're choosing a movie. You probably get to do more. And with it being a movie, given how certain Call of Duty games are, it's like watching a Michael Bay movie, some of those things.
Oh, I've seen dramatic stuff. It looks dope as fuck. Like there's like planes and shit flying.
Yeah, like it's like on a base level, like we're making fun of it, but like on a base level, like riding a boat into New York with the Statue of Liberty on one side while you're fucking shooting down fucking people who are trying to invade New York. Like, bro, come on, bro. Like that's
watch it. Like I'm saying,
I get it.
I'm gonna.
I get it.
Yeah, of course. There's nothing fundamentally wrong with it. I'm just saying, I don't know why, like, all of this heaping of praise that this guy is doing, like, the long-standing,
Yeah.
relax. People don't even, they call these games like, what was it, COD flops or whatever the fuck. They don't even say all the full
Yeah, COD blops,
right,
Call of Duty.
right. Like, nobody cares. They just want to play multiplayer. Just stamp the name on a military shooter movie and call it a day. You're gonna make $1 billion off of this shit. You will. So I don't know. It's the doom for military bros, right? That's what you're gonna get.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'm gonna watch.
I'm probably gonna watch it. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna watch it. I'm probably gonna watch it. If it looks,
watch it in the theaters. I can say that definitively. I am not watching it in the theaters. No. Get the fuck.
Next up, Game of Thrones star Sophie Turner will play Lara Croft in the upcoming Prime Video TV series Tomb Raider. The show has been created and written by Fleabag creator and star Phoebe Waller-Bridge, making it the first major work to come out of her big Amazon deal announced back in 2019. Tomb Raider is based on the computer game about the famous fictional adventurer and archaeologist Lara Croft, previously portrayed on the big screen by Angelina Jolie and Alicia Vikander. Turner said she was thrilled beyond measure, which is a very British way of saying, you know, I'm fucking stoked, bro. Thrilled beyond measure. She is such an iconic. She's such an iconic character who means so much to so many, and I'm giving it everything I've got. Okay. Look, I like Phoebe Waller-Bridge. I think Fleabag is a really, really good show that like people just don't know exists. I think Phoebe Waller-Bridge gets a lot of shit because like she's a talented woman who like she's a capital F feminist, right? Mm-hmm. And people are intimidated by that, I guess.
Weird.
But nah, man. Look, I like Tomb Raider enough. So I'll watch this. Why not?
No, this is
old triangle boobs. I'll watch it.
Look, if she doesn't have triangle boobs, I'm not watching. That's my that's my hard stance. No, look, I think this is good. Some people don't think Sophie Turner is a good actress. I thought she was perfectly fine in Game of Thrones. I feel like people are confusing what that character is supposed to be with her portrayal. It always.
I think that character is exactly what that character is supposed to be. Like you hate her because her character is like meek and snobbish and meek, but that character grows.
She goes
like that. Yeah, like that character is one of the few characters that actually grows to be a better character and doesn't do stupid things by the end of that series.
Yeah.
So yeah, look, I think she's fine. Look, who could forget her turn as Jean Grey in that movie I didn't see?
I wish I could forget it. And then I saw a number of people going, well, she wasn't good in those X-Men movies. And I'm like, that's not her fault.
Yeah, man. You can't, yeah.
All of that was bad. All of it was bad. Every one of those movies she was involved in was dog shit. It just start to finish. That's not her fault. So yeah, I'm totally okay with this. It'll be interesting to see how they play the character. I think this is a series. I feel like this is a series that should have long been done and been super, super popular. In this wake of like taking video games seriously, like this feels like an easy one to do. Just do the games. Stop trying to create all of this weirdness of like her dad's not really dead in that last movie. Stop. McNulty is dead. Okay, knock it off. Just do that first rebooted game was fucking excellent. It's a great story. It needs to have the weird like Indiana Jones type wackiness, right? Like, yeah, here comes all these samurais and shit, and that's all from like witchcraft or whatever, nonsense. Like, Yeah, that's a part of the series. It's supposed to be fucking weird. Like, you don't have to shy away from that. Those Angelina Jolie movies lived and died on how fine she was at the time. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a dick, but like, she looked great, but those movies were dog shit. Like, they just were. So I don't think that property is impossible to do and make it good. I think Phoebe Waller-Bridge is a perfect choice to direct this. So yeah, I'm here for this. Absolutely.
Oh, I didn't click this, but this next story until just now. Yeah, the Street Fighter cast is announced, and
I only put this on there to bother you.
Look, man, I'm a Street Fighter fan, right? So I'm gonna see this. My expectations are 6 feet underground for what this movie is going to be.
Seems high.
Oh God. Okay. Cody Rhodes is Guile, guys.
No, that's good. That's good. I like that.
Mr. Sonic Boom himself is my main.
He's good.
Look, these are a bunch of actors that I don't know, which is probably like a good thing, except for like the wrestlers. I know the wrestlers, but this is probably a very good thing. So the movie stars Noah Centineo as Ken Masters, who, to his credit, got in really good shape. Andrew
Rambo, by the way, we talked about that last week.
Yeah, he's going to be John Rambo. Andrew Koji as Ryu. How much you want to bet they're going to call him Ryu?
No, you have to. Yeah, at this point, that's his name now.
Kalina Liang as Chun-Li, Cody Rhodes as Guile, Orville Peck as Vega. Who is Orville Peck? Like, every time I see a picture of that dude, he's got a mask on. Like,
I don't know who this is. I don't.
Is that why he got the? All right, I wouldn't be surprised if that's how he got the role, because he walks around with a mask on. Just like I'm not surprised that Cody Rhodes. I wouldn't be surprised if Cody Rhodes got the role because he's got an arm tattoo on his neck of a skull with an American flag on it.
I looked up Orville Peck. Yeah, there's no pictures of him without the mask on.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Is he a wrestler? What is he? Who is he?
I don't know. I don't think he's a wrestler because I've never heard of him.
Oh, he is a South African country musician and actor. Okay, cool.
All right. 50 Cent as Balrog.
I'm out. Oh, what are we talking about right now? Why?
Because black guy, I guess.
Okay.
Jason Momoa as Blanca.
That's the only makes sense to me so far, to be honest. Well, in Andre Koji, I think is that's pretty good.
Vidyut Jamal as Dawson. Olivia Richards or Richters as Zangief. Hiruko Goto as
that's solid casting, by the way. That's that giant,
that giant dude. Yeah.
Creature. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Like, I mean, that's pulled right out of the game as far as I'm concerned. Like, yeah, that's
quick. Change the channel. That's one of the funniest parts of that movie, man. That's one of the funniest fucking parts of that movie.
Oh my
god. David Dasmalchian as Bison.
I'm not mad at this. Like, I got to tell you, I'm not mad at this. If Raul Julia could have played in Bison before, I feel like this might actually be pretty great.
What is he? Oh, he's the dude from Murderbot. And is he Polka Dot Man?
Yeah, that's Polka Dot Man. He was in Night with the Devil. Yeah, no, dude, that dude is actually like a wildly interesting actor. I think that's actually a pretty inspired choice. And that's kind of where
I mean, I just don't. I don't see it. But
nope.
If he has fun with it,
read the next name. This is where I'm back in. I'm back in.
A Samoan named Joe Anoa'i, better known as Roman Reigns, is Akuma, The Japanese martial artist.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Kuma.
That also makes sense.
Eric Andre as Doc Savage.
Let's bring it back.
Okay, Andrew Schultz as Dan Hibiki, the Japanese martial arts parody character. He is an SNK parody, and he is a Steven Seagal parody. Dan Hibiki wears a pink gi.
There was no one else. There was no one else. Like, I think I mentioned this on the show a while ago. I think Andrew Schultz is prime for a video game movie, and that character is obviously Waluigi. It makes no sense for him to be Dan Hibiki. Like, by the way, I don't want to hear anybody talk shit about race casting people of color in roles that were like traditionally drawn as like white characters. Look at this entire cast. It's not like his name is Dan Johnson and he's half Japanese. This nigga's last name is Hibiki. I'm like, what the fuck? Look, this is gonna be my go-to standard entire. Well, I don't like when they change a character. I'll be like, Street Fighter. Shut up. Read it right here. This is the cast. Knock it off.
Eric Andre is Don Savage or Suavage.
I don't even
do you know who that is?
I don't know who that is.
So you're familiar with Balrog, right?
Yes, of course.
And look up Balrog's Las Vegas stage. And when you look at Balrog's Las Vegas stage,
this nigga's like the Don King.
He is the guy. He's the Jimmy Hart looking dude with the megaphone and the top hat.
Yeah,
and he's that guy.
You know what? Eric Andre will probably kill this role. I'm not gonna.
He's probably gonna have fun in this role.
Is he?
And that's fine.
Or just a character?
No, he's just a guy in the background.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Mel Jarnson as Cammy. I don't know who that is, but Cammy is a fan favorite, so you got big shoes to fill. And
go ahead.
Raina Vallandigham as Julie, which is one of Bison's dolls. So Bison wants to live forever, okay? And he creates a bunch of cloned bodies because he wants to transfer his soul into these new bodies, right?
All right.
And he likes girls. And he wants to create like a bunch of little dolls.
He wants to be one. I got it.
He wants to be one, essentially.
Okay, he's trans. I got it.
So that's what, Bison is trans. So that's kind of where the dolls come from. And Alexander Volkanovsky as Joe. Do you know who Joe is?
No.
Joe is a character from Street Fighter 1.
Oh, yes. Okay.
He's just a dude with red pants and no shirt.
Yeah, he just gets like punched in the face. Right.
He's just a dude named Joe.
Why is Joe in this? What? What a that's super weird, yo.
Look, Street Fighter is not really known for its lore, like Mortal Kombat is. But look, I'm talking all this bullshit. I'm gonna watch this movie. I'm not gonna go to theaters to watch this movie, but I'm gonna watch this movie.
Absolutely.
And I hope,
absolutely.
And I hope to have a really good time. My fear is that they're gonna try to make a bad movie instead of just making a movie and it being bad, right? Because when people try to make a bad movie, like you can tell, right? Mm-hmm. Like they're trying to go for like The Room, right? The thing that made The Room charming is that guy was 100% serious and believed in his vision. The reason Megalopolis is interesting is because it is a guy with a lot of cred who has a vision and he's trying to execute it as best he can, and it just kind of falls flat. Like you can't manufacture a car crash, right? Like that's why it's super interesting. So, all right, The Street Fighter cast is out. They wrote Roman Reigns off of television so that he could film his role as Akuma. Fucking demon man.
Cool. That sounds cool. I'm super.
Sounds like something. Speaking of something has been written is the quote on this headline. 24 Revival gets an exciting update from Jack Bauer actor Kiefer Sutherland, who was in a Call of Duty, by the way. He was in Call of Duty World at War, or WW2, or one of them things. While 24 declined in quality after the show's stellar fifth season, Jack Bauer's adventures still made for compelling viewing. His story ended in the UK set Live Another Day, when the former CTU agent was helicoptered away by Russians in exchange for Chloe's life. The prevailing theory is that Jack was likely facing a death sentence, though he'd escaped worse fates over the years. The series later returned as 24 Legacy, but without Bauer and centered on without Bauer front and center, and fans lost interest. I mean, I get it. Like I like the guy. I like the dude who played what's his name?
Black Bauer.
He played Dr. Dre in that Straight Outta Compton movie. I like that guy. Not enough to remember his name, apparently. But yeah, I get it though. You want to see Jack Bauer. Kiefer Sutherland shared an update on the long-rumored 24 revival, confirming that the project has taken one step closer to finally becoming a reality. Quote, Howard Gordon, who's the showrunner and executive producer, has come up with an idea that I like before the material had not been written, so I would have to say I'm not the one that's in the way, but something has been written. I think it's really good. I think it's really strong. 24 was originally with Fox. Now it's owned by Disney because of what Fox has sold off. And so it has to go through different channels before it's either approved or disapproved. Like everybody else, it's something that I would really like to do. I would like to close that story. It was kind of left wide open, so fingers crossed. There is a chance. We've taken some considerable steps forward. I feel like, huh?
Is the time passed for this one?
Well, yes and no. I feel like the current climate that we're in, 24 would thrive.
That's I hadn't thought about that, but I think actually you're correct.
Yeah, I think if Yellowstone and you know all this frontier stuff is out there, if they were to start airing episodes of 24 now, I think it would see a massive resurgence.
My first instinct was there is no way that people would be cool with this type of shit. And then I forgot what year it is. And you're absolutely correct. Yeah. Because America had largely gone like, hey man, having a TV show where we're just like beating the shit out of Muslims every week feels wrong. And now we're back. So like, but Jack Bauer would have, in order for this to really work, Jack Bauer's got to go against like Mexican cartels. Like that would be the thing. Yeah. And it would do numbers. You're 100% right. And I could not be more disappointed in the country as a whole, really, for saying that. I really couldn't be. But you're 100% correct. I think it would do fucking numbers. I think it'd probably be the biggest show on TV. Like it would. I don't think Disney would do it. And I think that's
the thing. That's the thing. I don't think Disney would fly with that. Nope. But if you put this on a cable station, you put this on Netflix, you know, something quote unquote independent or whatever. Yeah, I think this would be one of the more talked about shows. Even just putting it out on I'm sure 24 is like on Hulu or something now. But if you were to put this like on Netflix, just do the same stories, but like different actors to kind of like, you know, freshen it up a bit. Yeah, because that's what happened, right? Like they would probably take out that like the season where like he was going against China, right? Like they would probably take that out. But the Muslim of the Week stories
Just saying,
Yeah,
numbers
he would.
would.
Yeah.
I was thinking about. I'm like, nah, that like, there's no way. But as you said, I'm like, you're absolutely right. Like, we have regressed. Like we have regressed, and everyone would be like, hell yeah, this show is awesome. Finally, they're dealing with the real problem on TV, not none of this woke shit. Jack Bauer, blah 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 blah. Like it'd be great. It's like Captain America with less, heart. Like, I just think it would be popular as shit. Cool,
Season 1 came out November 6th, 2001. I mean, think about where we were.
Right. Like, come on, man. Look, I used to watch the show. I'm like,
look. I love the show.
Yeah, I know.
I love it. I love it. So it rode that wave of
big time.
Yeah. So if it would have come out now, yeah, I think people would like it. I think people would like it.
I don't disagree at all. And again, that makes me fuck, but
I'm gonna watch it.
Of course you're gonna watch this shit. Look, I was done with that show after season 1. I was like, yeah, I get it. Like, I wanted that show to be like a cool spy show, and then it just felt like it was just kind of being fucked up. And I was like, all right, I see what this is. I'm reading it loud and clear. 100% understand. So no, I will not watch this, and I'm not like offended by it or whatever. I'm just not going to watch it. But yeah, you're right. If I'm anybody working on this show, my number one thing is, if we're going to write this, it's got to be about cartels. Like, that's got to be the story. Like, yeah, this has got to be the story. And if you do that, it's going to do big numbers. It will lose all respect that I have for anyone working on this series personally, but that doesn't matter. I'm a nobody. But yeah, God damn it. God damn it. What are we doing as a nation? Like, really, I'm just serious. But whatever. Like, that's on everybody to make those choices themselves. It's fine. All right, next up, Jordan Peele's next movie has been removed from a 2026 release by Universal. I'm just pointing this out just because I didn't know definitively he was working on something, so that's cool. But it's getting pulled, which means it's not done. I'm fine with that. Take your time. He's not a person I need to hear from every other year, so it's fine. For me, he's a 3 for 3. So I'm looking forward to that movie, Him, that he's producing. So that's cool.
Yeah, I'm very curious about that movie. And yeah, I think everybody likes Jordan Peele. And I like what he's doing with his career, in that, he's being a bit of a kingmaker, right? Like, he's producing a lot of projects, and he's, making sure that he's making sure that stuff gets out there. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he's got an interesting production company. So, yeah, take your time, do what you got to do. Everybody loved Get Out. That took 10 years. Right.
Like, we don't have to rush through it. Like, I'm good, bro. Like, I'm super fine with that. Look, I thought Us was great. I like Nope. Like, he's 3 for 3 for me. So I don't need you to rush out a 4th movie just because I want to see what you do for it to be subpar. That's totally fine. I'm totally fine to wait. And I don't know Justin Tipping, who is directing him. I don't know his work. So I'm interested to see what that looks like. Again, I really liked Monkey Man. That was really fun. So yeah, he's doing some dope shit. So good for them. Next up, look, the Smashing Machine, The Rock's new movie, that's getting a lot of accolades, received a 15-minute standing ovation at the Cannes Film Festival. I think that's obnoxious and ridiculous. Not about the Smashing Machine, but that people stand for 15 minutes and clap. That's fucking bad. Hey, I like the movie and it was awesome. Cool. Can we go see another movie? Why am I standing here? My legs are getting tired.
Yeah, that's halfway through a Seinfeld episode
Yeah, no,
with
fuck off.
commercials.
Right, like, yes, you're very good. I liked it. We could watch it again. Just turn it on again. Why am I standing? But I only bring that up for two reasons. One, see what doing real movies gets you. You see what it gets you. You get accolades, and people treat you like a serious actor. I did find it funny that The Rock made a statement. It was like,
Did you see?
I was pigeonholed into being a like. It was, I think it was like Johnny in our fan group was like, posted that one meme of like, we're all looking for the guy who did this. Like, you are the one who did that. Like,
right. Someone in our Discord was like, bro, you called yourself franchise Viagra. Like, what are you doing? Go to our Discord and talk about movies. It's fun. But yeah, like, all right, bro. Like, it's your production company. Like, like you are making movies that you are producing the movies that you are in. So, look, we've been screaming forever, right? That we get on The Rock because we like the guy. Yes. And we know he's better than like did Jungle Cruise or whatever, right? And or the net, like he was focused on, I think with The Rock, he was focused on making money.
That's simply it. Yeah.
And he's got all the money. He's got all the money that he's probably going to need. I am very much looking forward to the stage in The Rock's career now where he's getting back, because he used to do movies that were interesting and that like played to his strength, so to speak, his size, right? Or Pain and Gain is a great movie, and he's really great in it.
Right. Or against type, like Too Cool. Like just play totally against type, which is fun.
Right. He played a gay hitman in Too Cool. Right? Like and he was good in it. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing The Smashing Machine. I remember sitting in the theater with my wife and the trailer came on and I said, "Do you know who that is?" And she was like, She was trying to think, and it took her a while. She was just like, "No, I don't know who that is." I said, "That's The Rock," and she was just like, "What? Like, why? Yeah, like, why is he in a movie that looks good?"
Yeah, like that's not his thing,
right? So yeah, man, I'm very much looking forward to seeing The Smashing Machine. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what he does with Martin Scorsese.
That
and
talk about.
And yeah, man, like you gotta, if you want to play like roles where you are like an everyman, you gotta kind of look like an everyman, bro. And he lost like 60 pounds, and I think he looks great. He's got a big fucking head.
Yeah.
But he doesn't look like he's about to die. If he walks too fast, you know what I mean? Like, good. Let's see fucking Dwayne Johnson be a good actor.
Dude, I give that guy a hard time because I get tired of him doing the same ES movies when I know that he has talent, right? Like you were saying.
Yeah.
I want to see that turn where people are like, yo, this guy is a really good actor. Because to me, right now, you have two other actors in Hollywood that are doing what you should have been doing for a decade. Dave Bautista and John Cena are eating your fucking lunch, man. Like, John Cena is somehow able to do roles that are silly as fuck and have a good time, but also shows that he has real acting ability, like real skill. Like, you can say whatever you want about Peacemaker if you're a fan or not. He is like, yeah, he's having fun in those roles, but watch that show and watch the turns that Gunn allows him to do in those roles. They're pretty impressive.
This last episode, and I won't spoil it for you because you haven't watched it, but this last episode is a testament to that, right? Like, he is, you look at John Cena and the acting is right in the eyes, man. And you can tell like this character he is contemplating things and he is going through shit, and you can tell he is being torn between two different like worlds, right? The one that he knows he should be in and the one that he wants to be in, right? Like the life he has versus the life he wants. Right. And it's it's a lot of he's a very good nonverbal actor, which is
Hard.
something that's really difficult to do. And I can't believe John fucking Cena is doing it, especially because John Cena kind of made his name on shitting on wrestlers in a live like setting,
Right.
like being the person who can decimate you with words. So the fact that he is also a good nonverbal actor is just a testament to it, to his ability. And The Rock is the same way. Well, he's the same way. I don't know if he's a good nonverbal actor. We'll see.
Yeah.
But all these guys, man, they've been doing live theater for 20 years.
Right. Like they're just doing plays, you know. They're just doing plays and then getting slammed in between acts, right? So
right.
And there are great people who can do this and there are people who can't. But he should have long done this, right? Like, all right, man, you have an amazing career in wrestling. You're one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. You are a household name. Now go out there and get into this industry and fucking kick ass. You don't have to do a bunch of bullshit. You just don't have to. Like, everybody had to do, you got to cut your teeth on some nonsense, right? Like, I'm not mad that John Cena did The Marine for WWE Productions, right? That movie is fucking nonsense. And correct me if I'm wrong, but his dad in that, like his dad in Peacemaker, isn't that Robert Patrick? Was the bad guy in The Marine too. I believe.
Yeah, he was.
That's hilarious. So I understand cutting your teeth on that, but like, dude, you're long established as a person in Hollywood. So like, go for it. So I'm happy to see that. Apparently he slimmed down. He's like 53 years old. You kind of need to. Like, you can't be 275, 300 pounds in your 50s. Not a good idea. I don't care how fucking physically fit you are. It's not a good idea. Your heart can't take that shit. But he's doing this movie with Scorsese and DiCaprio and Emily Blunt. That's a solid cast right there. And basically the idea is he co-authored this. Journalist and author Nick Bilton will write and pen the script for the film, and this is based on his forthcoming book he co-authored with Johnson. Okay, that's kind of a big deal in and of itself, right? So the whole rundown of this is, no pun intended, in the 1960s and 70s, Hawaii, a formidable and charismatic mob boss, rises to build the island's most powerful criminal empire, waging a brutal war against mainland corporations and rival syndicates while fighting to preserve his ancestral land. I mean, this is like the most rock shit I've ever heard.
Right.
My ancestral land. Based on the untold true story of a man who fought to preserve his homeland through a ruthless quest for absolute power, igniting the last great American mob saga, where the war for cultural survival takes place in the unlikeliest places, paradise. Yeah, dude, you're doing a Martin Scorsese film. You want to know why Arnold Schwarzenegger is regarded as one of the greatest action stars of all time? Because he worked with one of the greatest directors of all time. That's why.
Yeah.
Like,
and he's finally following the Schwarzenegger playbook.
Yeah.
Of you do these silly movies. You do these big brute movies because like you can't act yet. So you gotta like do these movies where you're just like a silent tough guy or whatever. Right. And you do children's films, right? Like It's Not a Tumor versus like, the Tooth Fairy or whatever. Right. And then you slowly make your way into blockbusters. And then you slowly make your way as you get older. You can't do that shit anymore. You slowly make your way into prestige film. And then Arnold Schwarzenegger laid the blueprint out specifically for The Rock. In the rundown, he says, like, it's on you, kid, or whatever, right? Like, he literally passes the torch in that movie.
Right.
So I'm just really glad to see that he's finally, like, taking this shit seriously.
Right.
And not just about, like, making money.
Right. And by the way, just so we're clear, Arnold Schwarzenegger never made it to the prestige level because he was not capable of that. Right, he got as high as he could with Cameron, but iconic shit. Right, that he did sci-fi and stuff like that weren't just dumb idiot movies. Like Terminator 2 is easily one of the greatest sci-fi movies of all time. Right, sci-fi action movies. But The Rock has a chance of. I mean, you're working with Ben Safdie. You have a chance to make it to prestige level shit where people are like, The Rock has a chance to get an Oscar at some point here. Like for real, right? He could work with
maybe with this.
With this, right? Look, him being nominated. It would be a massive deal. If he gets nominated, it's a massive deal. If he wins, I don't want to see you doing any of this bullshit most of the time. Look, Dave Bautista he keeps getting cast by Denis Villeneuve. Why? Because that guy's like, yeah, I like Dave. Like he, like he keeps picking him for Dune, for all these other movies that he's doing. Cool, man. Like if you get in with Scorsese or Safdie or one of these guys who likes to pick their actors and really elevate them to some real shit that you've never seen them do before, your career can take off in a way, not that he's not already popular, but in a way that you couldn't have done on your own. I mean, let us not forget, Safdie's last 2 movies were Uncut Gems and what was the one with Robert Pattinson, Good Time. Both of those guys,
those movies are really good.
Both of those movies are fucking excellent, but both of those principal actors were in a position where people thought one way about their career, and after those movies, they thought a completely different way about their career. Right? You'd be like, "Oh, Adam Sandler, blah blah blah," and people were like, even you were like, "I don't fuck with Adam Sandler movies." You watch Uncut Gems, you're like, "Okay, I didn't know he had." Yes, so it's the same thing with this. People are going to think he doesn't have it in him. And then Safdie pulls that performance. Now what? I think it's awesome. I can't wait to see the Smashing Machine. I'm really super excited for it. And I'm excited to see what he does with Scorsese. Because Scorsese loves to pick people that you would not expect. Like he's got his muse type of thing, right? DiCaprio is his for this generation. De Niro was before. And he brings those guys back. But he loves picking other actors that you wouldn't expect and elevating them. You're like, oh shit, that was amazing. Yeah, hell yeah. This is exactly what he should be doing. So I'm quite honestly, I'm very proud of him for doing this. I think it's dope. And also, for the first time in my life, me and The Rock are roughly about the same size. So that's cool. He's probably still 235 or something.
Yeah, he's probably, and he's also got a foot on you.
It's like when Dave Bautista lost weight. They're like, look how skinny he is. He's like, yo, I'm 225. I was
right. He's 6'5", bro. Get the fuck out. He's still built like a power forward, yo. Get out of here.
He's so little. Okay. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Oh, The Rock lost all his gains. He's still significantly bigger than all of you. Shut up. You're just used to seeing somebody who is grossly oversized. You just don't need to be that big. It's not. So yeah, I'm proud of him. I think that's dope. All right, James Gunn just dropped a fucking bomb. He was just like, oh yeah, by the way, Superman sequel's coming up, Man of Tomorrow, 2027. You're welcome. With no fanfare, no Variety article release, I'm just gonna tweet the shit out. That's just something that's
you just tweeted it out.
We thought he was going to do it. He just tweeted it. Look, I love it. That's dope. We don't have to wait 9 fucking years for this. We're actually getting one. And the image that he put with it, I think is important, which is Lex Luthor in the full-on power suit, standing next to Superman, and Superman with a screwdriver in his hand. Sort of giving the notion that maybe Superman helped him build the power suit, perhaps, right? My supposition is, if they are teaming up, and that's sort of what the image kind of leads you to believe, there's only one character that they would need to team up for. And it ain't fucking Parasite, right? It's Brainiac. Or I guess you could go with Doomsday, but that feels really fucking early to do that. But I feel like it's Brainiac. We've never seen Brainiac fully done properly in live action. Sure. And we've never seen the power suit in live action. So I'm here for this, if that's what it happens to be.
Yeah, look, man. Happy birthday to me. It's coming out on my birthday. I'll be 47 years old. Going to see Superman movies.
Yeah, like a big ass.
And I'm gonna love it. Yeah, good. Like you said, we don't have to wait too much longer. Yeah, we don't have to. So I thought I remember hearing him say he's not trying to build to some grand thing, right? They're just making movies in this universe, and if the story calls for a character to interact, a named character to interact with a character from, you know, in another movie, they're just going to do it, right? Mm-hmm. He did it in Superman, right? The Green Lantern and Mr. Terrific and Hawk Girl and all that are in Superman. Like, they're just here, and we're just telling stories, and they don't have to be serialized. And while I love the serialization of film, if you are into the property, right? Like, because you can get like real nerdy and granular with it.
Yep.
It is also refreshing to just kind of go into a movie and just kind of enjoy it and not have to do a bunch of homework and not have to read a bunch of Wikipedia pages or, you know, here's a 30-minute breakdown as to, you know, why you need to know who this person is.
Exactly.
And all these different storylines. Like, it's cool. It's different. It sets DC Studios apart from Marvel. Yeah, I dig it. I really like Superman. At the same time, like, I think this universe is interesting, and I want to see other characters.
Yep.
Right. I want to see other characters. I don't mind seeing characters that I've never heard of, like Peacemaker. Right. Like, who'd have thought a Peacemaker TV show would be as good as it is when you saw him in Suicide Squad, right?
Right.
But yeah, I'm very curious to see what a Batman would be, what a Wonder Woman would be, what a Flash would be. I'm just getting Green Lantern before motherfuckers.
Now, look, I did see that Aaron Pierre, who's playing John Stewart, he commented under this. When Gunn tweeted this out, he was like, "See you soon." So that's kind of dope. Like, the idea.
All right,
he might be showing up in this as well. So I don't know when is Lantern supposed to air. I don't.
Let's find out.
Let's go to the sometime 2026.
2026. All right, that's fine.
Early 2026. So there is a decent chance. There's a decent chance that this could, we could get a trailer soon, honestly. Like, probably not that far off, right? Because what is it? Summer is technically over with or coming to an end, right? We're in September now. I can see something maybe in the next month to try to be like, hey, depending on when it's coming out in 2026. So we'll see. I'm very interested to see how they play this, because you got to see a little bit of the Green Lantern stuff, sort of mostly backgroundy kind of things, right? Like, he does, you know, Guy Gardner kind of does these like hand waves and there's shit going on where he's giving the bird and all that other shit, which looked dope and it was really fun, but he's not the focus of those scenes generally. So it'll be interesting to see how they pull the powers off and everything else. Also, it's an HBO show, so it's not like it's going to be a piece of it.
So HBO I'm assuming this is going to be like one of their prestige, HBO Sunday night dramas, right? Mm-hmm. And they usually run on a cycle. So they'll have one show come on in one time, and then wait a couple weeks, then the next big show comes out. The next big show starring Mark Ruffalo comes out this Sunday. I'm going to try and check that out.
What is that?
It's called Task.
Because what just ended on Sunday nights that replaced?
The Gilded Age, I believe.
Oh, I've never watched that. Okay.
So I say all this to say that True Detective started in January. Like, okay. So if early 2026 is the thing, it might be January, which means we'll probably start getting trailers in October.
Yeah. About next month. Yeah. I looked it up. Task is only 7 episodes and it ends October 19th.
Yeah. So it ends October 19th. Wait a couple weeks. They usually have something that starts in November. Wait a couple weeks. You'll get something in January.
Yep.
That's usually how they cycle all their stuff. So we'll see, man. We'll see. super excited for Lanterns.
Yep. So there you go, Superman. I mean, what are your thoughts on the whole potentially it could be Brainiac as the villain?
I'm fine with it. As far as I'm concerned, it can be anybody. I mean, I don't think it would be. I don't think it would be like. I don't think it would be like Mongol or Metallo. I don't think
That doesn't. Feel
I think Brainiac. Yeah, I think Brainiac makes the most sense if these two are teaming up as this thing implies. It's not going to be Darkseid, right? Like,
yeah, I'm sorry. I
like
said
that's
Darkseid is who I actually meant. Doomsday also doesn't make sense, but
yeah, like it's not going to be any of them. So, yeah, I could see Brainiac. I could see Brainiac because Brainiac is like a Kryptonian computer, so it would make sense to kind of keep it in the Superman ecosystem, and maybe something happens in Supergirl that that leads into it.
Yeah, I mean, Brainiac would be cool. Like if for some reason the computer felt like Clark did not do what he was tasked to do by his parents,
right?
The planet, that he goes and he's like, all right, you didn't do it, let me do it. But without the weird robot sex, I'm not gonna advocate for that.
Yeah, without the harem.
Gross. So yeah, I could see that. And I like the idea that Lex would be like, look, man, I don't fuck with you either, but like, at least you care about the planet. I get that. I'd rather you leave, but at least you care. This guy's trying to destroy the planet. All right, let's team up. And Superman is smart enough to understand that he's not the smartest person in the room. So that would make total sense for that character. All right. And also that paves the way for him being cool with like people being smarter than him and Batman coming along at some point. All right. What the fuck brought to you by JTD from the Edit That Out podcast. All right, Micah, take it away.
Doctors find a live eel swimming in a man's abdominal cavity.
Good night, everybody.
A 33-year-old man who showed up at the emergency room with severe abdominal pain turned out to have a foot-long live eel in his abdominal cavity. A newspaper reported the unusual case of this man who showed up at this hospital with a pale face and sweating profusely and complaining of stomach pain. A CT scan of the man's abdomen showed a foreign object that seemed to have pierced his stomach and ended up in his abdominal cavity. The man's abdominal cavity was already as hard as a board, and fearing a potentially fatal peritonitis, doctors decided to perform emergency surgery. While exploring the man's abdomen, they were shocked to find a live eel swimming among the organs. Gross. There's a picture of the eel. After surgery, the man recovered and was discharged from the hospital. No word on what happened to the eel. The eel had completely drilled through the intestinal wall and was swimming in the abdominal cavity, which was at risk of becoming infected. So they used a clamp-like instrument to grab and remove the eel. Kind of like playing Operation. Don't touch the sides. And then sutured the hole. And where do they have a bunch of live eels probing people like xenomorphs?
Feels like this feels racist to me. So this is going to be a racist answer. China is my answer.
Yeah, you're really good at racism because it's China.
Yeah, right. Not okay. Okay, I don't feel good about my answer. I really don't.
Well, I guess racism comes naturally to you.
Correct. Is that the way we did it? Is that what we're going to draw from this?
Although the medical experts involved in the case did not discuss how the eel got into the man's colon, it wasn't too difficult for people to deduce. Quote, Everyone knows how it got in.
To quote an upcoming show that you guys will eventually listen to, I don't know why that mattress is there. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. That's just no, I don't approve of this at all. This is horrible. This is really, really horrible. Oh my god. Okay, my story. Equally horrible. Yeah, you know what? I bet I can beat that. Teenage girl sells boyfriend into slavery to scam ring for $14,000. A 19-year-old man barely survived the worst 4 months of his life after being seduced and then sold into slavery by his 17-year-old girlfriend. Report of the
this got to be Japan, right? Like just
hold. The shocking case of the young man who endured 4 months of captivity and torture at the hands of a scam ring after being lured into a trap by his teenage girlfriend. The victim's sister claimed that the two met at a local pool hall where the 17-year-old girl hung out in revealing outfits and wore counterfeit designer handbags to project an aura of wealth. Her brother was instantly drawn to her and hung on her every word when she bragged about her family's operation. Even though she never offered any proof, she repeatedly tried to convince the 19-year-old to travel with her to a neighboring country for lucrative work opportunities, and eventually he accepted despite his family's opposition. Don't do that. In February of this year, the pair secretly traveled to this other place, and his family, with his family learning about his whereabouts from friends. On their way back, while approaching the border of this place, the 17-year-old girl made up a story about having to pick up someone close by and simply abandon her boyfriend in the middle of nowhere. Shortly after, a group of armed men approached him, took all of his documents and his mobile phone before taking him to a secret compound. The 19-year-old was taken to a secluded camp, had his head shaved, and he was forced to sit in front of a computer for 16 to 20 hours a day, carrying out scams against his fellow countrymen. If he failed to reach his daily quota or if his efforts didn't bear fruit, the young man faced severe physical punishment, including being beaten with metal rods over the head and back. During his captivity, this man lost 10 kilograms due to food deprivation and due to repeated beatings. He suffered permanent hearing loss. However, even because he turned out to be extremely bad at scamming people, his captors decided he wasn't going to make them any money anyway, so they decided to contact his family and ask for a ransom. His family got $49,000 in ransom together and secured that for his release. The woman was arrested eventually while she was on a 10-day vacation and now faces charges for her involvement in the victim's abduction into the scam ring. Where is this taking place?
So when you say this woman scammed this man, this child scammed this man, I think Japan, right? But then you mention like the torture, and I'm like, well, that's got to be China, right? So I'm stuck between Japan and China. So I'm going to play the numbers game, and I'm going to say China.
Well. It turns out we're both racist. She sold him into a scammer ring in Myanmar. So that's fucked up. And everybody knows over there in Myanmar, killing is as easy as breathing, as we learned in the documentary Rambo 4. That's fucked up, and that woman should serve life in prison. That's. I'm sorry.
This is messed up, man. She's old enough to know what the hell she's doing.
Yeah, no, get the fuck out of here. Like, no, you go to jail, or you should have to go to that camp for 4 years or 4 months or whatever. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're terrible. All right. Speaking of terrible trailers this week, Tron Ares, they released an IMAX trailer, and I only put it on here because it's so fucking bad. This entire trilogy of movies is bad. I know people are going to say, no, but the original Tron. Hold. Their technical achievements, they look great. Although this one looks less great. They look amazing generally, but they're bad movies. They're just bad movies. They're not well written in my opinion. I don't think the first Tron is an incredibly well done movie. I I think was a Tron Legacy was a bad movie that looked awesome, but it was a bad movie, except for some of the horrendous CGI. This movie looks equally as dumb to me. I will not see this in theaters. This has one of the stupidest openings I've ever heard, which is the CEO of this company is like, we built the perfect weapon. He's dangerous. He's a computer program or whatever that can think for himself. And then like 20 seconds later into the trailer, he's like, I think I can control it. You just said it was the scariest weapon in that it thinks for itself. Okay, are those scenes reversed in the movie? Because they should be. No, this looks bad. I don't know why people keep putting that creep in these movies or in any movies. This looks as bad as Morbius to me. Like, no, thank you.
Yeah, I realized I didn't know what Tron Ares is about.
No, nobody did. Nobody did. This is the first like kind of story trailer.
So Tron Ares follows a highly sophisticated program called Ares, who is sent from the digital world into the real world on a dangerous mission, marking mankind's first encounter with AI beings. That apparently is official from Walt Disney Pictures. I just don't, Tron seems like something that that I would be into. I'm just not, man. I didn't see the first one when it came out, so I don't have the nostalgia for Tron. I saw it a couple of months before the second Tron movie came out, and I was disappointed, man. I thought Tron was very slow and very boring. And then the second one, I didn't really. I don't know, man. I'm not into these movies. I don't. I'm not going to watch this. I don't care where it is. I'm not going to watch it when it comes out. You tell me how much you like it. I have no desire to see it.
Okay, can I just point out a couple of statistics here that are quite curious. Now, the first trailer for Tron Ares that came out a month ago, that did like 9.7 million views. And that's that's something, right? That's a big deal, right? And I think that's just general curiosity, like, oh, should they make another Tron movie? The trailer that just came out, this IMAX trailer, let me just read you some of the view numbers. This is from the Disney YouTube channel, 160,000. From the IMAX channel, 191,000. From the let me see. I'm just trying to get all the other Tron trailer that just came out 11 days ago, 86,000. And then the Tron trailer for, I guess this is in Spanish, 12,000. And more importantly, the Tron Ares trailer that came out 11 days ago on the IGN Movies trailer channel, which is a very popular channel with 323,000 subscribers, has no views. No views. I'm not saying you are definitive, but it doesn't sound like people are that interested considering this movie comes out next month. Just saying. This movie is going to be a flop with a dope fucking soundtrack. That's my biggest issue with this movie, is that soundtrack by Nine Inch Nails is going to be fucking awesome, and this movie is going to be a fucking floating turd. So, congratulations. I will not be. Next up is the trailer for 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. Again, this takes place what seems like minutes after the last 28 movie, 28 Years Later. This seems to really focus on Spike meeting up with this like weird cult. I'll read the logline here. Expanding upon the world created by Danny Boyle and Alex Garland in 28 Years Later, but turning the world on its head. Nia DaCosta, who did that Candyman sequel, by the way, directs 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. In a continuation of the epic story, Dr. Kelson, played by Ray Fiennes, finds himself in a shocking new relationship with the consequences that could change the world as they know it. And Spike, encounter with Jimmy Crystal, becomes a nightmare he can't escape. In the world of the Bone Temple, the infected are no longer the greatest threat to survival. The inhumanity of the survivors can be stranger and more terrifying, which is exactly how you should play most zombie movies. is that there is more than just the zombie studio thing. Yeah, this looks fine. I'm very interested to see what Nia DaCosta does because I loved her Candyman movie. I thought it was really great. I think she's got a real vision. I know people didn't like the Marvels, which is totally fine and understandable, but I don't think that's as much of a Nia DaCosta situation as much as it's a studio situation. But we'll see. This looks fucked up, and she's a horror director, so let her do her thing.
Yeah, I mean, I know, I'm rooting for everybody black, but I'm not necessarily supporting it. I'm just not into this franchise. But to be fair, I haven't given it an actual fair shake. Like I've never seen any of them.
Right.
So I am indifferent to this. I hope it is good. I hope the people that like 28 days, years, weeks, months, I hope they like it. Didn't 28 years later, like this feels like it's coming out very soon.
Yeah, this comes out 7 months after 28 years later came out.
Yeah, okay. So I'm not going crazy. Like that's
yeah, it's January.
Yeah.
It's clear like they were moving on this immediate. My guess is they wrote both movies together, and so they were lensing basically right after each other, which is dope. Like it's kind of nice to get a movie that's a direct sequel in 7 months after seeing. I mean, I just watched 28 years later last weekend, so for me, this is going to be like super early. So that's dope.
Do you think more studios need to do stuff like this to get in theaters?
I think maybe. I think maybe. Like it depends on the type of movie. This movie doesn't require a lot of special effects and shit like that, right? Like so it's mostly just crazy people with, creepy makeup on running at you. And you shoot them with bows and arrows in the fucking forehead. So there's not a lot of like you got to do a lot of like crazy post editing minus maybe adding blood effects and things like that. So and I don't mean to downplay it like it's super easy to make a movie. It isn't. But, there's a difference between this and making a Star Wars movie, right? Like there's just a lot more post-production work. So maybe they probably, I mean, considering it's written by Alex Garland, who also wrote 28 years later, my guess is he wrote that and then wrote this, maybe even as one story, and they decided, you know what, let's break it up. And then letting another horror director come in and direct it, I think is a good idea. So... especially Nia DaCosta, because I think she's really talented. So, yeah, coming out super fast. Trailer for The Cut, which Mike and I had a hilarious experience with this trailer. I didn't know who the star was. I didn't recognize the actor until the trailer was over.
Yeah.
And you might not either if you didn't read up about this movie or see names before you hit play. So I would argue that's what you should do because it's kind of fun to be like, who the fuck? Oh, that's who that is. This is about a guy who is a boxer and he needs to lose 26 pounds lose 26 pounds in 6 days. And so it's less about a boxing movie and more about just the extreme amount of work that goes into doing an extreme cut like that in less than a week. You can do it. People have done it. They do it all the time. And this looks horrifying. Like I like that this feels incredibly difficult because it should. So, and just miserable. So I'm here for this. This looks really good.
Yeah, to drop that amount of weight that fast is, I mean, think about how hard it is for the average person to drop weight, period. Right?
Right.
Yeah, one, and then take into account, like, this person is in shape and knows,
right,
about, like, this person is in shape. And so they don't have a lot of weight to drop, right? It's not like a bunch of like, oh, it's just water weight and, no, like this person doesn't have a lot of weight to drop, period. And then to drop another 20 pounds in what a week?
Yeah, 6 days.
Yeah, nah, yo. Nah.
And by the way, are you aware of how they do this?
Of how people cut weight like that? No.
Yeah. So what they generally do? I mean, they also use diuretics because there's a scene in the trailer where he gives them a pill. That's likely diuretics. Look, don't take loop diuretics. You will likely die. It's a bad idea. But one of the things they do is they drink a shit ton of water for a number of days. Like Demetrius does bodybuilding, so he could tell you this too. You drink a shit ton of water, and these guys do a more extreme version. They drink a lot of water over those couple of days, and then they stop. And then your body just basically, it causes your body to pull water like from your organs, right? Like, so not a healthy way to live. Okay.
Yeah.
It's very, very extreme. But, it's like, wow, I can't believe people then go into a fight like that. No. They drop all of this weight. They drop all of this water weight, which they don't really have, but they drop all of this fat and water weight in those couple of days. They do the weigh and they barely drag their dead bodies onto the scale. And then they eat. And the second you eat again, you fucking gain weight super fast. So it's like, yeah, they weigh in at 165, but then when they fight 2 or 3 days later, they're like 185, right? So that's what's so dangerous about it, because you're putting your body through like crazy changes and fluctuations like that. But it's fascinating. Like, you can do it. Anybody can do it. I don't know why you want to, but anybody can. So, and that's why
I never understood that about weigh-ins and fights, right? Like,
you should have to fight right then.
Right. Like because this is an open secret, right? Like,
what's the point?
You're not right. Like, what is the point other than to like put pressure on your athletes? Like, it just doesn't. It doesn't make sense to me. It's like a weird hazing ritual.
Yes,
that you got to do in order to fight.
Yeah, it's like you got to have the grit. I'm like, I don't have to have that. Like, I'm about to get
me getting into a fist fight for your enjoyment isn't grit enough. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no thanks. Yeah, bro, you should cut 20 pounds in 6 days. Here's the thing, no. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I don't feel so good. Yeah, I bet you don't. But yeah, this looks fascinating. And again, I'm not going to tell you who the lead actor is. You should just watch the trailer and see if you can figure it out. It took me the whole trailer. And I sent it to Mike. I was like, look, just immediately click on this and just put it full screen. Like, don't read anything. And you said the same thing. You were like, I didn't know who it was until they put his name.
Who it was until the credit came up. Yeah, man. Like, I was like, did they dig Chester Bennington up from, there's like what in the world?
Yeah. This is the last moments of Chester Bennington. He became a boxer. Wow. Okay. Scary. Last but certainly not least, the trailer for Marvel Zombies. Okay. Hey, Marvel, you want to let people know this was coming out? Nah, fuck it. Just drop the trailer. Yeah, this looks really good. This looks fun. You're not a fan of this animation style. I get that.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, it just, there's something about the faces that really don't sit well with me. Action and stuff, like when things are moving, it looks fine. But if you got to sit there and talk, I don't know. It just doesn't, there's something off-putting to me about it. It doesn't, but look, I get it. That's a me thing. The concept, it's zombies, and I can't complain about zombies too much because like we've gone a very long time in the zeitgeist without zombies permeating everything, right? Like zombies were in Call of Duty for a long time.
Yes.
That was a whole game mode, and I just got tired of it. But they've been gone long enough where I feel like, all right, I can watch a zombie show. And it looks like they're doing what they should be doing. They're giving legacy characters a break. They're let the past die, burn it kill it if you have to, right? And that's kind of what this is. Mm-hmm. The legacy characters are the zombies, and we're making the new class, like the people that you want to promote in these movies, like we're putting them front and center. Even putting people who are not in these movies, who we wish were in these movies, are being put front and center. Moonblade is in this movie.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I guess he gets Moon Knight's powers at some point. That shit looked dope. Like it just looked dope. Like I don't know.
I mean, look, him fighting zombie Ghost.
Oh, is that who I didn't know who it was, but yeah, okay, Ghost makes sense.
Yeah.
That's kind of terrifying. Like, I mean, by the way, that scene alone, put that in a Blade movie, yo. Like him fighting and still keeping up. Yo, come on, yo. That's dope as shit. The interesting thing is Mahershala Ali is not the person who does the voice, I don't think. Because he's not, I don't think.
No, it's not. He definitely would have been credited in that last.
So
Elizabeth Olsen is credited, and she's a zombie. So
she gets to be like 9 seconds in this shit. Yeah, look, I think this looks fun. This comes out in 19 days, so they're really going for it. Cool. All right, I'm definitely gonna watch it. I don't need this to be like 20 episodes. Like 5 is probably enough. 6 maybe. Right? Like
yeah, it's probably going to be like 4 or 5 episodes, and I know they say it somewhere. I just don't feel like looking for it.
Yep.
But it's not going to be long.
Doesn't need to be.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be. All the Avengers are dead, and they're coming for us. Yeah, Yelena seems to be the point person in this new era.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is fine, man. Like, I want to see this new class. I want to see these newer people get some shine because they haven't been able to. They haven't done a Shang-Chi 2, right? Like, they don't. The Echo is just kind of like, and then everything else is like TV show, right? Like, I want to. You gotta, in order for us to love these characters, like you gotta put them in our face, man.
Yeah,
you gotta tell good stories with them. You gotta put them in our face. So, we'll see.
All right.
Also, Randall Parker's in it. And who don't like Randall Park?
Nope, no one normal. Like that guy's awesome. He's just a fun actor to watch. By the way, it's going to be 4 episodes.
All right, that's fine. 4 30-minute episodes. That's all you really need, man.
Yeah, tell like, one story, and that's enough. One across those 4. That's perfect. All right, that is it for us. Anything else before we get out of here?
Moonblade looks dope, man. Just makes me wish we had a Blade movie.
Yeah, please. And look, it doesn't have to be Black Panther. It literally doesn't. It doesn't. I know that's what he wants. It doesn't need to be.
It doesn't need to be it doesn't need to hit the cultural highs that Black Panther hit, which was a celebration of, like what would we be celebrating, right? Like
Black capitalism?
Like black goths, right? Like black people are allowed to wear trench coats too, I guess. I don't know.
The rise of Nigula? Like I it's really weird. It just seems like an odd choice. So yeah, it doesn't need to be that, but just make something. That guy seems cool as fuck. I think he's a great choice for Blade. He's got that fucking laugh and that smile, which just seems demented as shit with a guy with sword. Yeah. All right. All in. Money. This is like a permanent money glitch as far as I'm concerned. So,
right.
Yeah. Just make it good, but just hurry before he leaves the project, or don't, whatever. But just do something. All right. That is it for us. We will see you guys next week.
See you.